Cloud. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another week of Get Booked Fantasy. I'm Sam.
I'm Jennifer.
And today, Jennifer's going to point out to what we're talking about. We are doing young adult books.
Woo! Which is my jam. Although I realized I was looking at the books I read this year. I didn't read that many YA fantasy, which is sad. Because I really do like them. There's a lot of good ones being published right now. So what do you have?
Are you kicking off? Am I kicking it off?
You go first.
Okay, all right, fine. Okay, so this one's a few years old. And yeah, all right. So this is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. It's part of the Mortal Instrument series. It's been out for a while, and I ate through the series when it originally came out, like fiended for all of them, because there's 6 of them. But so I just really like the story. So Clary is 15 years old and lives in New York City. She goes out one night and does not expect to witness a murder, especially when committed by 3 teenagers with like weird tattoos. When the body disappears into thin air. Ooh, it's clear that there must be something else going on. So that's how Clary figures out and meets the Shadow Hunters, which they are warriors who are dedicated to ridding the world of demons. There's some young adult love stuff, some adventure, fantastical characters. The series, it was made into a movie, just the first book, though technically. It's still a good one to pick up, so come and get it from us at the library.
Yes, we have a lot of those series there. So I should just say, the young adult room, a lot of our series we have most of the books for, but sometimes you can find them not on our shelves in the basement because I bought too many books and we don't have enough room. So if you're looking for something and it's not on the shelf, check with our staff because it could be in the basement and someone just runs and grabs it and it's totally cool. We do it all the time. And we don't want you to go without your book. Because
I'm going for a world record to try to get from all the top floor to the basement as fast as I possibly can. So please ask us.
Yes,
we
totally
will do it.
And if it's a good series, you do eat the books up like candy. It's just, that's how it works. Which is what I did with this one. At least the first, this is a quartet. This is Alanna. This is the first adventure. This is a Tamora Pierce book. So this is pretty old, like copyright 1983. However, it still is really, really good. It has a special place in a lot of, I guess, my generation's hearts and a little bit older generations. So Alanna is a twin. She and her twin brother are being sent off to school. She's being sent off to be, I forget. She's being sent off to the Covenant to learn magic, which she isn't really that excited about. And her brother is being sent to the castle to train as a page. On the way there, they decide to switch places, and she impersonates her brother and trains to become a page. So there's a lot of like secrecy, and she's always failing at like her schoolwork and the fighting things, and she's worked so hard, and it's such a really great book, and she does learn a lot, and she does become really powerful in her own right. So there's a lot of secrets and magic and adventure, and there's a little romance, a lot of fun.
All right. So if you're like me, I do a lot of binge watching of TV shows. So this book is 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. And I had never read anything by this author until I watched Shadow and Bone this year. And I immediately came to work and I took out Shadow and Bone and did that whole series. But 6 of Crows is in the same world. It's just not part of the original Grisha trilogy. But it's part of the Grisha verse. So it takes us to Ketterdam, a place where anything can be had for the right price. So maybe a little bit, shady. So Kaz Brecker is witty, intelligent, and a criminal prodigy. So he's got a chance to pull off a lucrative heist, but he can't do it alone. So he puts together this ragtag crew, and I wonder if they can save the world and get out without killing each other. So it's a really fun book. Another series. If you liked the show, please try it. Because the show kind of blended both of the series, like both Grisha series. So pretty cool.
Nice. All right, my next is The Bells. This is a duology. Duology is a trilogy.
Yeah.
A duology.
I thought they finished up the second.
Yeah, I think it's a duology. So this is about a girl, Camellia. She has been trained to become a bell. Bells have a magic in this world. And everybody wants to go to the bells because the bells can transform them from like the gray bodies of humans, which are ugly, to magnificent and beautiful. And so they're kind of like fashion industry leaders. And there are different steps in where they're placed. And so she wants to be the favorite belle who's chosen by the queen, and it doesn't quite happen. And it might have been a good thing. There are some evil people. There's some corrupt people. There's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of power grabbing. There's a lot of fashion. And there's these really cute teacup animals in this book. And I was like, oh yeah, a teacup lion. That would be really neat. Teacup elephant.
I really want a teacup dragon, like so bad.
I know.
So cute.
It was really great. So, and the bells are sort of like they grew up together, so they're kind of like a sisterhood. So there's obviously some tension and rivalry between them, but if something happens to them, it kind of binds them together too. So this was really great. I loved it. It was so good.
I just looked it up, and there is an untitled third one.
Oh, nice.
I know. So like, there's no release whatsoever, no picture. It just says Untitled Book 3. So I'm crossing my fingers that that's true, because it's such a good series. I loved that series.
It is. It really
okay. All right, my last one is this is the second one. Again, this is A Heart So Fierce and Broken, but the first one is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Brigid, I hope Kemmerer, I hope. So it was my summer fantasy read this year, actually. And I could not put it down. It's a part of a trilogy. There's a third one. We have obviously A Dark and Lonely Curse, because that's the title to the first book. A prince, an enchanted land filled with magic, a loyal royal advisor with a mysterious past, and of course, a strong, intelligent, tough survivor, Harper, who is the lady in question, I guess. So she's brought to Emberfall entirely by accident, and she now finds herself being wooed by the prince, his name is Ren, in order to break a terrible, hideous curse. Will it work? I don't know. I do know.
I love that series too. Is the first the first book is very Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, so Beauty and the Beast. And the second one, you get different characters actually that are narrating it. So it was a shift for me. I really, really liked the first one. And then moving to the second one was like, oh, but it's still good.
Yes, it reminded me a little bit of A Court of Thorn and Roses, which is Sarah J. Maas's like new adult. So if you like that, there's that too. All right, my last one is Graceling, Kristen Cashore. So there was 3 books. A 4th one, I think Winterkeep just came out, which I haven't read yet. This is the first one, and I think there's a graphic novel potentially, or it's in either it came out or it's in the works. So this is about a girl named Katsa who she's graced with combat skills, and her uncle is using her as his muscle, and she doesn't like it. Obviously, she's not interested in beating people up for her uncle's reasonings. He is not a good person, and she doesn't know really how to escape. And then she meets Poe, who gives her a run for her money in combat skills, and she's like, oh, I've never had anybody who can challenge me before. So that's kind of interesting for her. And after they meet, like her entire life changed. She realizes that she doesn't have to do the things that she's doing. She learns a lot of secrets about what's going on, and she never really expects to become Poe's friend, but he has some very interesting secrets to share with her. So this was really cool. I like the back. You can see the back cover with the eyes.
In the dagger.
Yeah.
Right.
This was a really great. There was a lot of adventure and romance and fighting and just all the things I like in a YA fantasy.
Awesome. So we will be back next week with one more week, right? One more week of fantasy.
Yes.
Yeah, and then oh my goodness, it's gonna be December soon.
I know.
What?
I know. So if you haven't filled out your bingo sheets and your squares, we do have lots of prizes available upstairs. And then at the end of the year, we're doing a big prize for the people who have done the squares. And that'll be really awesome. So you'll want to grab that. So get your bingos ready, read. And it can be from any of our bingo squares this year. And there were so many to choose from. So, yes.
Awesome. All right. So we will see you next week. Hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful weekend and stuff. Thanks for watching.
See you later.
Bye.